can never even happen, and we'll go on and we'll get it done. But the reality is the bank will generally give us the time we need if we're going to, if we stop fighting and start cooperating. Not always, but generally.
So do you have to, bring in a short sale for that in order for them to do that?
No.
Contract?
Okay, so a little trick. So this guy thinks he's got $200,000 in equity. I'm going to submit, no matter what, I'm submitting it as a short sale to the bank, even if it turns out to be an equity sale. Why? Because the bank doesn't know it's short or long until they do a valuation, which is going to take them 3 or 4 weeks. And by the time, and if I think it's long, I can be remarketing for a higher offer, so I'm ready to go no matter what they want to do, right? So I get one of my investor buyers to write a low offer. I'll keep it on the market. I'll keep it on the market looking for a higher retail buyer, and we'll do, and wait to see, is it a short, I don't know if it's going to be a short sale or a long sale. Okay? I don't know. But I say if it's a long sale, I'm going to charge you this. If it's a short sale, I'm going to charge you this. Which one's higher? The short sale. Okay? Just so you know, I make $11,850 when I sell a $600,000 house through my program. I'm going to make 3.5% at $600,000 when we do the short sale. Now, when you're out listing long sales, okay? When you're out listing long, are you getting 4%, 5%, 6%? What's the number?
6%.
Who said 6?
Me.
Okay.
6.
Mostly 6. But, okay, smaller market. But in California, I hear 5, 4, 5, and we're seeing it going lower and lower as inventory gets lower and lower. So let's just call it 5, okay? When I get a short sale, it's always 6%, and I'm taking 3.5%. I'm taking 3.5%. I'm doing 2.5% to the buyer. As a buyer agent, do you care? You're happy with 2.5%, right? As a buyer's agent? As a buyer agent, you're taking 2.5%. And I do 3.5% because I might have to pay a negotiator 7/8 of a point. I might not. But even if I have to pay a negotiator, I'm still making 2 5/8, and the negotiator is making all the money or doing all the heavy lifting. And I make 2 5/8. They make 7/8.
Will the bank allow you to take both sides if you have an investor and you represent both sides?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We generally have a broker or another agent represent the buyer, so we don't have to. So it can be dual, but we like different agents in the same office. It's safer. Go ahead, Terrell.
So since a modification could technically be a higher payment as well as a lower payment, obviously in the case, are you saying that, or do you ever present that in your presentation to the sellers, that a modification may mean for you a higher
Oh, for sure. Right up front. And I asked them, I said, if you got them, I said, according to this, your payment could actually go up. So let me ask you a question. If your payment went up, would you be okay with that? Now, a lot of times homeowners are like inmates, right? They'll tell you whatever, they'll agree to anything just to let me out. Okay. I mean, so.
And how much lower?
I speak from experience.
For the short sales, how much lower are the banks on average going versus?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're still doing, and it's getting harder and harder to do investor transactions and short sales because the banks just don't have the volume where they just go. So they're negotiating a little tougher. Okay. It's more like buying a car than going to the car auction. Go.
I've come across people that want to modify, but they're looking for principal reduction. Do you see that happening?
0 principal reductions. Somebody said they saw? Yeah, it's been years since I saw a principal reduction.
6 years.
Yeah, many years. Okay, so I got to stay on task here because I've got 11, 12 minutes to go, 12, 13 minutes to go. So let me kind of get to this. So this is the stuff that's in the package. It's all customizable like this. We don't have time to do objections here, but let's talk about common objections. So here's common objections that you're going to get at the front door. Has this been helpful so far?
Yes.
You guys see a different way of maybe talking to people at the door? Yes. So you're hearing, I want to stay in my home. So let me give you a tip on overcoming objections. So either an objection is either an expression of concern or a request for additional information. True or false? I mean, if you think about it, it doesn't mean, they don't mean no. They're not saying no, N-O. They're saying they don't know, K-N-O-W, enough to make a new decision. So when I get an objection, I just refer it as I just process it as a question, and I just offer them new information and then ask them to make a new decision. Does that make sense? So again, they're not saying no, N-O, they're saying they don't know, K-N-O-W, enough to make a decision. So I give them new information and I'm asking them to make a new decision based on that new information. Simple enough? So I want to stay in my home. No problem. That's what my objective is. That's what my objective is too. Okay, tell me what, let me start with a little background. Tell me, what did the bank do to you? Okay? Here's what I don't do. Okay, so if I'm going there trying to get the deal, okay, this is the difference in the mentality. If I go there trying to get the deal as an investor or a realtor, and they say I want to stay in my home, what you might say is, you're not going to be able to stay in your home. The bank's going to foreclose on you. It's going to be ugly. You're going to owe them. You're telling them all the reasons why that's not going to be possible. Now, it's not going to work. You're not going to bully these homeowners. Okay, you're not going to bully these homeowners. And if you do, you're putting yourself in a pretty risky position. Okay? So they want to stay in their house. I said, great. Your objective is my objective. Tell me what steps you've taken up to this point. Why don't we start with, what did the bank do to you? What's your story? Okay? Do they want to tell... That's something they want to talk about, right? They want to talk about their situation. Almost every single homeowner I've ever talked about wants to tell me what the bank did to them and why it's the bank's fault and all the efforts they've done, and they don't understand why the bank won't give them a loan nod, and how hard they've tried and how they've cooperated, and don't they understand every single time. And I get to talk to them about math. They're focused on emotion. I said, okay, well, let's look at the math and see why the bank may not be helping you. Okay? I've already got it taken care of. You already know how we do this. Great. What, are you getting a loan mod, writing a check? Or, what's the other one? Selling. Okay. It's the bank fault. They made a mistake. All right? It's the bank's fault. Yeah. I mean, I also, you may be right. It may be the bank's fault. The question is, there are limited options for you to do anything. Okay? In my experience is, even if you were to hire an attorney and spend tens of thousands of dollars, the bank is going to outspend you and they're going to prevail at some point. I've never seen a homeowner win against the bank, even when it was clear the bank was wrong. Okay?
The bank is never wrong.
My spouse is taking care of it. Great. Are they home? All right. When this happens, be very worried. All right. I don't care anymore. I'm walking away. Now, do you know what to say to them if they're walking away? So let me give you a little tidbit here. I said, I understand. I can totally feel that. And I think walking away is a good option. Now, there are a couple ways to do that. You can walk away with a foreclosure. You can walk away without a foreclosure and no liability. Okay? See, if you walk away, then you create all kinds of liability for yourselves. And if you have a change of heart and you decide you want to be a homeowner again, it's going to take you 5, 6, 7, 8 years, maybe 10 years in some places, before you're going to be able to qualify to buy a house again. But if you cooperate with the bank and you transition out of a way and a way that's cooperative, then we can probably get you in a house in 1 to 3 years if you wanted to buy again. Is that true, Fred?
Yep.
That's true.
See? All right. My lender is great. It allows to pay arrears over a year. That's great, as long as they make the payments. Now, we're not seeing that much anymore. So this is where you do a forbearance. They take the $30,000 and arrearage. They divide it by 12. Okay, so let's call it $2,500 a month on top of their $2,000 a month mortgage they couldn't pay. They got into trouble in the first place. But they won't do that unless you're showing that you had no income and now you have big income again. Okay? So if you were a $20,000 a month earner, you went from arrears and now all of a sudden making $20,000, the bank might make this kind of deal with you. But if you miss a payment, okay, I get this question. Somebody asked me, what's in it for you? Okay, what's in it for me? And I say, listen, what's in it for me is being able to help you, the satisfaction of being able to contribute back to my community. My focus is to be able to help a handful of homeowners out of a very difficult situation. There may be a time in the future where you decide that you want to sell your house, and in that case, I would get paid. But that's not why I'm here today. I'm here because you have a situation, I have specialized knowledge, and I really want to be in a position in order to help you solve this problem as I can. I said, if you like, I'll tell you my story. And when I tell them my story, then they say, okay, I get it. Go from there. Not everybody has my story, but I have it. Okay? So, anyway, we won't get into that. All right? I was going to say, this is how, if you don't think, anyway. So, look, if you don't think that selling techniques work, look at me, look at her. All right? Tell me I can't close a deal. All right? I got a ring in my car. I've been carrying it around for a month. I don't, and today's not the day. Yeah. One day it's just going to hit me right. All right. So here's the bottom line. Here's the salient points to remember. Why are you at the front door? How'd you get their information? You need to be able to tell them. Don't be mysterious. Here, let me tell you, the biggest mistake that you can make is withhold information. A lot of people, we get caught up in this quid pro quo. I'm not going to do this until you do this, and if you tell me this, then I'll tell you this. You just need to just spill what you know, okay? And don't be threatening. Just tell them what you know. Be there to help them. And do it for fun and for free. Let the chips fall where they may. If you get paid, great. If you don't get paid, be okay with it. It's okay. You cannot measure your success based on how much you're going to get paid for that 20 minutes you're going to be spending with them. Fred.
So with that attitude, and I totally appreciate it, and I live by that same philosophy, at what point, why wouldn't you leave the package,
I leave the package here at the end.
Okay.
I don't leave it. Where I don't leave it is just give me the package. I said, great, I'll leave it, but it just requires a brief explanation. Give me 90 seconds. I'll give you a quick overview, and I'll leave it with you. Okay, and they say, okay. And then what happens is they, next thing you know, they're standing out on the porch with me. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Now, if I get through it and there's still another, I said, well, here, take a look at it. And I just leave it as, okay, I missed that one and go on to the next one. Yeah. Listen, I have no expectation to get all of them. Okay? I have no expectation. So be prepared to discuss their loan modification. Be an advocate. Don't try to offer or buy or sell their house. That's a big, big no-no. Focus on what they want. Let them do the talking. Okay? That's, review the alternatives of foreclosure. And remember, this is just the first meeting, not the last meeting. You are a big winner if you get a second appointment. Okay? So here's the question. Can you guys see yourself doing this? Let me see. Show of hands. All right? And if you did this, would you get in front of more homeowners? Would you convert more homeowners? Absolutely. Okay? So this is how we do it. So for those of you that are interested in joining the Advocate Marketing System, if you're already an Advocate Marketing System member, then we're going to be announcing a new coaching group. It's going to be four sessions that we're going to be doing. I'm not sure what day of the week that we're going to. I'm thinking Tuesday. Probably Tuesday morning, 10ish Pacific time is what we're probably going to do. So this is what you get: our Fast Start Guide, okay, which is the 10 steps to success. You're going to get all of our vendors. We're going to give you 120 labels plus the artwork you need for the labels. We're going to get you the introduction letter to tell all your prospects that you're affiliated with Home Loan Advocate. So some of you might prefer to show up as an affiliated with Home Loan Advocate. So instead of saying, hey, I'm with Keller Williams Real Estate or Remax Real Estate, you might say, hey, the reason for I'm affiliated with Home Loan Advocates. Okay? And then all of our marketing content has homeloanadvocates.org, which is a consumer-based site. Okay? So it's a consumer-based site that has very friendly information on it that will add a lot of credibility to what you're doing. You have to do your agent disclosure. You get the homeowner assistance scam, the loan mod, the Ask the Banker flyer, the how to negotiate your own loan mod flyer, all customized with your information. The state of the homeowner bill of rights, the BRE consumer alert, the Senate Bill 94 that says it's illegal to charge for loan mods, the Keep Your Home California flyer, the unemployment mortgage assistance, the mortgage reinstatement assistance, the principal reduction program, the transition assistance flyer, the mass joinder lawsuits flyer, the alternatives of foreclosure, which is by far the most powerful thing that we use. These are the lender questions. So when I say that you've got I'm going to tell you how this works. So when we go into a homeowner, when I say there's 6 or 8 questions we want to ask, these are the questions.